Hello guys, I'm back with a new video for all of you. So you listen it carefully, but firstly subscribe my channel and also like this video. You not subscribe my channel and not like video. Why you can't like? So like it, and I'm going to start. So listen carefully. Monsoon was still days away, yet it started raining in the Mangalapur village. The downpour was rather heavy, and old Nana Devi's small house started leaking. Drip, drip, it went. She drew a stool, stood on it, and tried to plug the hole on the ceiling with a piece of cloth. It worked for some time, but when their cloth was too damp, the water did drop. The drop falling onto the floor made a mad puddle, which later flowed into the different directions. An ill-tempered woman that she was, Nana Devi was angry with the rain, angry with the ceiling of her old house. She placed the large vessel she had right below where it was dripping. The vessel could take the drops and she could empty it after it got filled up. She cursed the rain, the drip, drip, she said aloud, and she shifted the metal boxes and tongs from one corner to another. They hit the wall, bang, bang. She dragged her cot, also quack, quack, and the wooden legs cried, "This drip, drip is just killing me." She repeated rather loudly, and by old Nana Devi, a tiger had been filmed outside her house. She had kept their few knick-knacks not wanted in the house and had given them a thatched roof. The animal found the corner quite cozy and decided to quietly sleep it out till the rain subsided. He could then escape into the nearby forest. Sleep not a change, the tiger thought when he heard all that noises from the inside the house. He wondered who will be this monster called Drip Drip. Whoever the villain was, she sure was putting a hell of a noise inside and probably havoc to know that he was afraid of anybody and that he did not want any fight with right at that moment. The downpour continued. He was feeling sleepy too. The animal moved closer to the wall and close his came Bhim Babu, the washerman in the village, the rain pouring in the rain. He was in the fall mood. He was on his way back home with the clothes washed and dried when the sky came down in the torrent. Before he realized what was happening, his donkey ran away with the bundle of clothes on his back. He searched for the donkey everywhere without so much success. Naturally, he too was angry with the wind that was the cause of predicament. He was willing to lose the animal, but not their clothes. After all, he had to give them back to the customer. What would he say to pacify them? He was not in the habit of taking the donkey out of the leash. That was how it managed to sprint away from the downpour. Now where would he search for the donkey? He was wet to the bones, and every now and then he wiped his forehead and eyes so he could see ahead. That was when he saw the legs of an animal jutting out from the dark corner of the house beneath a dressed roof. "Ah, you thought you could escape from me?" Bhim Babu gave the animal a free kick. Luckily for him, the tiger didn't go out for a snarl, and he huddled closer to the wall. "You lazy ones, get up." He gave it another kick. The tiger thought it must be a more dreadful creature than that. Rip, rip. The two kicks were really painful. He did not want to suffer more, so he got off and followed the creature walking in front of him. Bhim Babu stopped in the front of his house, found the rope with the seal which he used to tie his donkey to the tree. He put the loop around the neck of the animal. As either of the leather in the hands was free, he was not glad to wipe his eyes, and he was landed from the time. Bang tightened the loop and headed to the door, muttering he can afford to get wet for some time. "Open the door," he shouted. Passionately, his wife opened the door and looked at, "Where are you from? Why your clothes where are the clothes?" she asked him. "The bundle must have fallen off the donkey's back," he said, wiping his eyes and cheeks. "And why? I shall go and search for it in the rain after the rain show." "And where's the donkey?" she called. "You could have brought it to the back door and and we could have accompanied him in the kitchen till the rain stopped. No, he had run away with the cloths. Bhim Babu was still angry with the donkey. Let him get wet for some time, that it will teach him a lesson. Poor chap, the woman patted the donkey, but before she closed the door, she took a good look at the donkey, tutted out, said, "Hey, what kind of donkey is that?" She shouted behind her. That brought Bhim Babu back to the door. Now, Kapacha. He took a good look at the animal. A tiger, the word slip of his tongue. In a whisper, "Shut the door, quick!" Once inside, he found himself shivering, not because of the rain of the west coast, but from the revelation that tiger had followed him in the rain, and he had tied in front of his house, secure. Suddenly, he wondered, was the same animal he had kicked earlier, not once, but twice. If he had escaped from the wrath, he would not spare him if he got out of the house, or it would break loose from the tree. He did not want to think of the consequences. He and his wife spent a sleepless night. It had stopped raining some time in the night, but neither of them dared open the door to find where the animal was. Till there. It was just before dawn. They fell asleep, and so by the time they got up and the sun was already up in the horizon, Bhim Babu called out. There was a knock on his door. Whilst he recognized the voice as that of one of his customers, he slowly opened the door. "I have come to collect my clothes," said the visitor, but he answered him. Bhim Babu looked all around, and the trees are well, and the rock and broken lay on the ground. "You didn't see a tiger over there?" He asked for a Mala Singh. "A tiger? Did you see a tiger in a compound?" asked Mala Singh. "Unbelievable, are you still dreaming, Bhim Babu? See, there's bright sunshine, no tiger is tied to a tree. But where is your donkey?" "Come in, Mala Singh, let me explain everything." Bhim Babu let him. When they were seated, he recounted all that happened, but he was unable to tell me how the tiger made good escape in the dead of the night because of his increase and went for some horse of the rock. Some horse the rock. Using it for the donkey, but become better and very struck when the tiger gave it and went to struck jaws and pulled, and the animal quietly made its way back to the forest. Vibam casually boasted, "I wanted to open the door and give a tiger a couple of kicks to send him back wailing to the jungle, but I slept for a while longer, and before I went to open the door, you were already here." Presumably the tiger wasn't there when you come, it seems to have vanished into the thin air. "Lucky there is no hiding place anywhere around our house, but I must go ask Nana Devi how she allowed the tiger into her house. But what I can't believe, Bhim Babu, is that you really give it a kick or two at Nana Devi's place?" And said Mala Singh, "Will you have done so if you have recognized the animal then?" "Thank you, lucky stars. It was raining and couldn't see the properly. Anyway, let's forget about the tiger. I came here to collect my clothes. What shall we do now?" Bhim Babu was proposed, and he apologized because he could decide a strategy when his wife was seen rushing out. "Our dear donkey has come back." The two men followed and found much to their comfort. The bundle of clothes intact on its back. Only those dresses at top were a bit damp. Evidently the donkey had found a safe refuge long before. The clothes could get wet. Mala Singh went back and told his friend about Bhim Babu and the tiger. When they turned the story to the other, the number of kicks with Bhim Babu gave the tiger and double the trouble. Word spread in dolls reached the ears of the king of the land. He sat up, so there was someone in the kingdom who dared to give kicks to the tiger. His talents should be suitably employed, decided the king, who had just received the news that his enemy was heading towards his palace gate. With a strong army, he sent for Bhim Babu. "I have never heard such a bravery, Bhim Babu," and said the king, and straight away came to the point. "I am appointing you for the commander." He then told him about the enemy and asked him to go to and declare war on the behalf of the king. That means fighting of a cause. Bhim Babu blinked for a while and then stammered, "I will do my best, your majesty." He later took a leave from the king. When his wife was told about his news mission, she was extremely happy but was surprised to see her husband put on long face. What does it matter? I have never ridden ever a donkey. How I ride a horse? He replied without a Sebastian glance on the hatter. And that should be no problem, said the woman. Reasonably, I shall tie you to a horse. The rest of you will be managed. Bhim Babu was not sure whether it could be simple as that. That night he had a dream. He dreamed that he was riding a horse in a British army. They met the enemy little away from the palace, and the enemy soldier in front charged him. He on horse went in a sudden gallop, throwing him into the ground. He gave a yell and woke up. He was perspiring all over. Luckily his wife was fast asleep. He realized he was only famous. The next morning on one of the odds, the best of the royal table was brought for him. The soldier helped him Babu to mount on, and his wife brought a long rope and tied him to the horse, and the animal did not look like the way, and the rope had been tied tight all around his body. This comforted with the horse, and it got off, and Bhim Babu holding it on its neck and under desperation. The horse headed towards the open ground in front of the palace, where the Bhim Babu found that the enemy camp was not far away. As the horse ran, it went breathlessly hanging branches. It whispered to him free himself from the horse. Bhim Babu caught hold a branch, but as he had been tied to the horse side, he could not free himself. Instead, the branch came off in his hand. It really meant fighting side the speeding horse. Its rider tried to the animal all over, and his one hand holding a branch with a lot of leaves at the feet and angles. Later, one of the enemy's soldier who saw him first took a fight and then ran, calling out, "Run, run, run for your lives." The other soldiers did not waste even single moment to take a look at the horse or the rider. They ran out of flying. They were met, so much so by the time Bhim Babu was inside the enemy camp, it was all deserted by then. The rope had also become loose, and he could wriggle himself out and jump into the ground. He turned round and walked back, leading the horse by one hand. That was how the king's soldiers saw him as they approached the enemy camp. There was no one there. "You can all go back," he announced. His voice was not traveling. Some of the soldiers hurried to the palace to give the happy news to the king. He came out with a great bear by Bhim Babu, so you scared away an entire army single-handed. "I'm making you to commander-in-chief, Bhim Babu." How? He now mustered enough courage to get on a horse himself. As he rode back home, he burned dirt where he will go and search for the tiger to offer kind words instead of a kick. So that is the story of because of the kick. When he kicked the tiger, because of the kick, he registered and he got the job of the commander in his country, palace, what you want to say, and that he become the chief commander. So if you like this story, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.